Hi y'all. Disclaimer. Fair Use Act. Education purpose use only. All rights, image, and music clips and other material, they belong to their respective owner. Because we do not claim ownership. I want everybody to listen to the sound of my voice before we get started. This ain't your regular live tonight. This live is finna spill tea. Let's spill tea, gang. Let's just show these suckers how we showed up and finna show out. Like, share, subscribe right now. And let's go to work, gang. Let's get those likes up, share, and let's get everybody in here. Cause what I got to say tonight is finna change the whole game. Yeah, buddy. And while y'all sharing and caring, let me break it down and go to this. Alright. Y'all remember Lenny Panoska? Let me break this down. Lenny. Everybody know who Lenny is in the J4K community, right? Everybody know who he is. He is the food beverage director management. It's a difference between assistant beverage manager, the beverage manager, and the beverage manager of directive. There's 3 different positions. All right. Now check this out. Everybody know this his wife. This for the people that don't keep up with the Kenneka Jenkins case. They're gonna be like, who the hell are you talking about? Who in the hell is this woman? What this got to do with the Kenneka Jenkins case? I'm confused. If you read a comment and these people saying they confused because they don't want to be enlightenment because of what I'm about to show you. Now check this out. Watch this. I hope the shares go up on this one because of the receipts. And this the receipts right here. Y'all, check this out. The J4K community know who exactly she is. I don't got to explain this because the J4K community know who this lady is and saw this lady on the footage. But look who Lenny married to. Once you do research, you will see, oh, that's why Lenny was in the kitchen with her. Because who he married to. I'ma stop it right there. Cause that's the biggest receipt in the game. Cause you wanna know why this the biggest receipt in the game? Ain't this lady is a supervisor, a housekeeper. When Little Meek said, I don't want to talk in front of my supervisor, for the J4K people that don't stay tuned in, they're gonna be like, what the fuck you talking about, Tregang? They're gonna play dumb on this situation right here, right? Just keep this in mind. This the reason why Lenny is married to her. This the mammy, this the daughter. Now you see why he was in the kitchen with who? Yeah. That's enough tea right there. That's enough tea that like, whoa, wait a minute. Tregang, you done hit my G-spot. Cause you came with it with that one. And remind y'all, when I told everybody, if y'all do y'all research, if this the supervisor of the housekeeping, right? Of the housekeeping, why she went to college and studied in surgery? Do they ring a bell? When I show everybody receipt, Cheryl Jacobs. That's her name. Cheryl Jacobs. Look who Lenny married to. This the mammy. This the daughter. Now you see why when it came to Zach interview with Gina McGill, they all family members and they married in the family. And then check this out. For the Payal game, do you know Key Jen? The Payal gang saw the live video when she went, you know what I'm saying, with explaining like, yeah, you know, I'm related to the manager and the hotel person. I ain't even know I related to the Martin family too. For check this out, gang. Y'all finna be the first witnesses in this case right now. Y'all witnesses. And I want everybody to thumb me up right now when I say this. Tregang was going live. I remember the live video, and when Tregang was like, y'all, I found out that she was the housekeeper. That's the lady that was in the kitchen with Lenny and them and Risco and Bigfoot. And I was like, what's that all about? Now you will see why he would be in the kitchen with her if he married to the mammy. So when it come to Bigfoot, everybody know about the Jedediah video. And Miss Teresa Martin with the Bigfoot interview. Oh, they got mobile freezers in there? Mm-hmm. That's a game changer right there. For the Payal unit, you know that's a game changer. And for the new people, man, they finna look. For the new people, they finna be like, damn, this shit deep as hell. I never looked at it like this here. For the ops, they gonna be like, well, what this got to do with the Kenneka Jenkins case? You're accusing everybody. Mm-hmm. So let's get that out the way. Numbers don't lie, gang. We got 90 people in here. Can we get to 60? This how much tea I got. And I can stop it right here. Cause you know what? I can stop it right here and you could do your research on your own. And the Payal gang know this. And the regular people know this. Well, let me look into this. Let me go look into this. I heard what Tregang said. Tregang said go look into this. So I'm finna look into this and I'm gonna call him out. If it don't match up, call me out. Yeah, call me out. This finna eliminate, is Tregang the cloud chaser? Is Tregang run out of content? Was Tregang, you know what I'm saying, was solving the case and didn't know, you know what I'm saying, all the evidence that go. Look, matter of fact, how many people we got in here? Let's get the lights up, gang. While we get the lights up, let me do it like this here. So boom, once you go to Lenny, right? Oh, somebody wish me happy Father's Day. Appreciate that, y'all. You know, I had a good Father's Day, you know, saying everything went swell, you know, I'm talking about like family do, you know. You know, I had to blast myself, you know what I'm saying? That's why I had to rush, because I had to keep their ass out. I'm like, look, you know what I'm talking about? I got things to do now. Let me know what I'm talking about. They were like, God damn it, Daddy, you know what I'm talking about? Just being real, you know what I'm saying? They love me, you know what I'm saying? My kids love me no matter what it is. All right. Now, y'all know Lenny Panoskis? Now, ain't this Lenny? This the food beverage director. Keep this in mind when you come to the police report. They interview the assistant beverage manager and the food director beverage manager. Payow! Right? So now look. This is Paige. I've been waiting on this moment. Keep that in mind. Same smile. This the mammy. This who he married to. This the daughter. This finna show you when Tregang told y'all. I said, man, look. This hotel is family. Like, all the staff member is family. All the staff member is family. And the family in cahoots with gangs. Look, hold up. Y'all remember MTV? Do y'all remember Paul Cilio? Paul Cilio. If you watch MTV special, because everybody watched the MTV special when it came to a murder. Guess who the detective was in the MTV that were trying to explain it? Paul Cilio, right? Paul Cilio. If you don't know who Paul Cilio is, go to MTV, Calculated Murder, Kenneka Jenkins, and listen to the detective that said, hey, you know, it wasn't no signs that she put up a struggle. She just went in the freezer and laid down and went to sleep. Right? Watch this. Ain't this April 24, 2025? This year. I'm finna slice the whole game up tonight. I'm finna slice the whole game up tonight, gang. Cause y'all just saw the video I released. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just saw the video I released, right? Alright. Check this out. If you go to this, guess what I found out? Guess what I found out? Boy, it's finna go down. I'm finna go to all the likes. Everybody that commented on this shit, right? If you did research like Tregang did research, you got your answer of what happened to Kenneka Jenkins case. If you just a subscriber and want to know what happened to Kenneka Jenkins and you just watching videos, you in conspiracy mode. It's a difference. If you watch videos, you in conspiracy mode. If you do your own research, you got answers. You got answers. Cause watch this. Check this out, gang. Hold on. This Lil Panoski. I ain't got to explain and tell everybody who he is. Just do your research. I'ma show it to you. I did it. Guess what I'm finna come back to? Boom. Ain't that Paul Cilio? Ain't that Paul Cilio? MTV TV detective. But when everybody watched that video of MTV Calculated, he made everybody mad. Like, what you mean? She just walked in the freezer and laid down and died. But you won't have to ask that question if you know these suckers been friends before the Kenneka Jenkins case. Pay y'all. Don't they go back to Hollywood now? Don't they go back to Hollywood now? Hold up. He just like his comment. Hold up. Watch this. Check this out. Can I show you this again? Ain't this a picture they just released? You got the time and the dates on her. I need 80 likes right now. Matter of fact, I need all 122 right now. I'm finna earn these likes. Now you see why Paul silly, yo. Hold up. Let's go to all the likes, right, gang? Guess who else you finna find? You wanna know who else you finna find? Y'all remember Gina McGill and all the other YouTubers exposing? We like, y'all just go to Facebook. Look at Tanasia and Miss Reese and them. They all on Facebook and Twitter. Hold up, watch this. I did my research. I already exposed him. Paul Cilio, MTV. Alright, hold up. I'ma keep scrolling. Man, I'm finna show you how God works. Uh-oh. Let me keep scrolling a little bit. I want y'all to keep that last name in mind. Vargas. Cause you wanna know, I'm gonna get to that last name in a minute. I just want this finna mean a lot to y'all in the case when I told y'all I worked at a hotel. When I worked at a hotel, remind y'all, I was working with chefs, sous chefs. I'm talking about real. Hold on. I'ma keep scrolling. Hold up. Right here. If you did your research, when the police called about room, y'all remember room 930, and they came back to a John Burdo in room 930, and he said he wanted to call about the noise complaints in room 930. That's down the hall from room 926, right? So when Tregang was like, look, they had the whole room booked out. That's why all the employees, the gang, then would be on the 9th floor. Remember this last name. Cause I did my research, right? When I did my research, you finna see why John name came up. We're like, let's call New York, right? And when we call New York, we finna call and be like, did y'all want to call the noise complaint around 12 something? So think about this when it comes to the police report. Now you see why they fabricated through who? Lenny, the one that gave the thumb drive to the police. And he related to the police. Pay y'all. Boy, this shit finna get serious. Man, this got so serious, gang. With that T alone. Get those likes up to 100, please. Cause guess what? It's finna get deeper than this. You want me to keep going? Alright, watch this. I'm gonna keep going. In the name of Kenneka Jenkins. Cause look. if you go back to what I'm showing you, let's go to all the light. Cause y'all know they want to keep the friend list private. Cause they like Tregang here. Let's private the friend list. But these motherfuckers love to hit like buttons. So we got Paul Cilio hitting the like button. Some of these last names looking familiar to me, but I ain't gonna say nothing right now because I'm focused on a particular last name like this one. I just showed y'all that one. Let's go down a little more. Oh, wait a minute. Guess who this is? You look. You want to know who this is? Let's scroll down. All right. Let's scroll down, gang. I just want to see pictures. Like this. Woo. All right. Hold up. Guess who he is? Before I expose this bastard, let me straighten up a little footage that I released about Paul Manning. Do y'all remember in the Zach call, Jenny McGee will mention Paul with the red striped shirt, right? That was in the lobby with the people in the luggage. You heard that narrative, right? And when I went to it, I'm like, damn, that Paul Cilio. But when I compared the picture, I gotta correct that. That wasn't Paul Cilio in the red plaid shirt. Jenny McGee was exposing the Zach who was all on the footage. That was him. Him. Look. It was him. Guess who he is? Hold up. Hold on, gang. Let me straighten up right quick. Oh, man, they got rid of my lobby footage. Oh, they got rid of my lobby footage. Oh, here it go right here. Thank God. Watch this, gang. Y'all remember when Gina McGee was trying to mention this? Hold up. What time is it? Go a little bit more. Right here. Check this out. Watch this. When I show y'all this video, the video I just released, ain't no more talking who that is. But let's go to him. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. Man, I gotta go to the exact timestamp. Oh, here he go. Watch this. Hi, y'all. That was him. That's why he came and looking for who? If he stopped at the front desk and looking for who, guess who he will be looking for? Big receipt gang. Man, we need 100 right now. I told y'all Tregang wasn't playing with these suckers, bro. I told y'all I wasn't playing. Look, watch this. Check this out. Hold on. Booyah. That's him. I thought it was Paul Manning that Gina McGill was trying to expose. But the way Gina McGill is, I'm like, wait a minute. You know, I see what they were doing. This the cold part about, look. Let me go to his resume. His name is Nicholas. He is the food and beverage manager. When it comes to the police report, guess who they interviewed? The food and beverage manager. How she got in the freezer? But keep this in mind. Lenny is the food and beverage director. Two different positions. So look, watch this. Do this make sense? Nah. Watch where he come from. Watch this. Payow in the door. Watch the movement. Oh, you said I just dropped a nuclear bomb? Well, you know it's radiator affected now. Cause watch this shit. Keep watching the footage. Now look. Check this out. When Tregang, this just to show you. Tregang not a cloud chaser. Tregang might be wrong on things. It ain't intentionally. Tregang just doing research. When you go to research, you're going to hit dead ends. You're going to get things wrong. You know what I'm talking about? You're going to get a lot of things wrong. This is what you learn from the wrong, you know, from your mistakes and make it right, right? So let's make it right. Since I exposed this bastard, see why he would be coming in, right? Cause look, that's the food and beverage dispatcher. You just look up the whole resume. Payow dates. Look. You can manipulate. The time could be skipping all day long on the footage. This will let you know time's still rolling. Boy, you the beverage manager. And we read the statements. And you still present there. You still work there. So when you go back to the police statement, that's why they said the beverage manager discovered her in the freezer and went to contact law enforcement. But guess who they show us discover her in the freezer? Not the beverage manager. No, time out. Payow! Man, this shit finna get exposed tonight in my Burning Mac voice. You know what I'm talking about? Finna have fun with this shit, bro. Hello? That's why those YouTubers was scared of me, bro. Cause they like, man, Tregang, man, look. They like, man, Tregang, that nigga so nosy, bro. That nigga gonna figure it out. We got to troll him when he get out track. We got to troll Tregang when he got things wrong. We know he got things wrong. We could troll him on that, but when it's the truth, we stay silent. Stay silent. Paperwork. Hold up. Banquets. He was working at banquets till he became the food beverage manager and the food beverage management. Guess how he would be climbing up the ranks? Now you see why he would be climbing up the ranks, right? Y'all can look this name up. I gave you all the tea on him. That's him. Right? That's him. That's him. That's him. That's him. This who you see. Hi y'all. That's what I'm talking about. This lets you know, man. Man, we look when we all come together like this and get an understanding. This what we get, results. Now you see how they can able to have hotel connection. If you work at a hotel, just like I told y'all, if I work at a hotel, if I want to travel on my vacation time and all this, they're gonna recommend a hotel that I can get a discount, I can stay. You see what I'm saying? For the average person, they will be paying 2 times more what they paying because they getting a discount. They work at a hotel. So they can stay in this type of shit. Put it like this. If I worked at a hotel, bro, if I go to a hotel like in Mexico, y'all may pay about $400, $12, depends on the suite. If you want to pay $1,000 a suite, I can get it for $100 on the employee discount. Let's spill some more tea, gang. Check this out. Hold up. This y'all could do y'all research because y'all know they're gonna block me after when I show this shit. So they can't block y'all because they don't know who y'all lives, right? And they don't know who y'all lives on Facebook. So things gonna still be visible to you, but when I show this, it ain't gonna be visible to me no more because they finna block me on this one. And I'm finna show you why. This the name. When they blurred it out, who was the person that discovered her in the freezer and went and located Walsh? Not what you seen on the footage. The beverage manager that walked back to unlock the freezer? That wasn't him that alerted the police. If you look how the way I'm saying, that was him that alerted the police in the parking lot. Cause you wanna know why cause watch the footage. Just watch this footage. You see what I'm saying? Hold on, this is his name. They blurred it out. Booyah! Look. Chicago. You see how he's supporting the Chicago Police Department, right? Yeah. If you're not an op, like and share the video. And I'm going to go ham. Like this. I'm going to just show you his Facebook page. Go to his Facebook page. Remember that name. His real name is Nicholas. Nicholas, not Nick. Nick is just a short for Nicholas. Cause Watch this. Everybody know the beverage manager. This is brother. The police. Nicholas Panoska. Like Lenny Panoska. Payal. His brother, there he go. So don't it make sense? You got him on the footage. Looking for who? His family. The beverage director. Food and beverage director. Yeah. Now y'all saying ooh wee now. I told y'all I'm finna get y'all attention. Yeah, I told y'all I'm finna do this shit, bro. Look. Now you see why he interested in the front desk. Watch this. And look what time. Check this out. Once you see this. For the payat, please don't disappoint me when I ask y'all this question. Right here. What time this is? What time this is? Drop it in my chat. Drop it in my chat. What time this is? Watch the people that get it wrong. And watch the people that get it right. Oh, I ain't gotta say no more. The payout game just gave it away. One song. So watch this. Man, Tregang damn near might go viral with this. Cause guess what? This just to show you if this at one song. Watch this. Hold on. Don't we gotta go back to Tay-Zande and one song? Payal! Man, let's get it! One song. Watch. Look, I'ma pause this. Matter of fact, I'ma play this video at one song. Everybody see this at one song. Right? Let's go back to one song. Like, roundabout. Matter of fact, let's go back to 115 when everything was going down. When you see the people with the luggage. Then with the people, the YouTubers. You see what you finna see on the footage? Now watch this. Hold up. Y'all remember this couple right here? Holy shit. And remember this couple. Ain't this in one song? Uh-oh. Look who else you finna see. I know who this YouTuber is. So only thing you finna see is YouTubers, police officers, and family members of the hotel. This one thing I learned. Watch this. I'm finna play. Guess where I got this video from? Cause y'all know Tay-Zande recorded the video. I saved the video because I said this important. I could believe this. It's something to it. So I saved it. She deleted it now. But a hell of a chick picked it back up. Right? So in the beginning, when I had the time wrong, I was like, look, y'all, if this had threesome, this would be going down. And years later, I'm like, well, look, y'all, knock it off an hour. Then I'm going viral on this shit. Now I'm like, damn, look, y'all, it's 2 hours off. Now when it go back to 2 hours off, it go back to 1 hour. And for the J4K community that been following me on this shit, bruh, you know Tregang the truth. This just to prove I want no cloud chaser. I never ran out of content. They made it look like I was crazy because that's all I talked about. This girl case ain't got nothing to do when I'm making money off this shit. No. Bro, I know what I see on the footage. I'm from the hood like they from the hood. Something ain't right. And guess what wasn't right? Watch this. I'm finna play this video.
Needed something about GPS to pick up her friends, sent 2 texts, blah, blah, blah. So you left the party at 2:15, 2:30 a.m.? Well, that's around the same time Kenneka came up missing.
If you knock an hour off there in the beginning when they said she came up missing at 2 some, knock 1 hour off that. Don't they go back to 1 some? Pow! Don't they go back to 1 some? Now you see why these people, ain't this strange? It ain't even strange no more. That's why they went and dropped this shit off at the back dock. At the back dock, everybody saw these people drop the cool off and went to the back dock like they throwing some shit away. Watch this game. This at 1 some. This for the people that ain't been keeping up with the Kenneka Jenkins case and still in the conspiracy theory. This at 1 o'clock. Tregang did research. You see it in the chat. The Payal gang know what's going on, right? Watch how this shit finna hit different. This shit finna hit different at 1 o'clock. Man, this shit finna hit so different at 1 o'clock. Cause watch this.
She comes back in at the Southwest Entry Hall at 4:07, which is...
I'm finna go to the beginning of this call.
And Trey
watch this, y'all.
Missing at 2:17 a.m.
I'm finna go back to the beginning of this shit. Watch the whole video.
The Zach TV interview with Killer and Pease. And Pease had said in that interview that there was a lot of stuff going on in the room.
I gotta stop it one more time. Before you heard this, what hell of a chick finna explain the video that I dropped and saved for Tay Sunday? Look at it like this is YouTuber. This is family members. All working together. Playing it off and shooting a movie scene. Hi, we got 160 people in here. Let's get to 130 likes. Let's chase the dragon, gang. Cause we need to outshine the ops. Let's play this video and this surveillance footage. Watch this. Perfect setup.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the room. And I'm curious if he's talking about, I'm curious as well as Tregang is pretty curious about it too. Is he talking about when Kobe Baker, aka Smacks, and Hollywood came in? Okay, TY's live started at 12:36 a.m. So Tregang did a kind of a comparison between Pease's statement he gave to the police, and he kind of put it to the backdrop of TY's live. They said Kenneka was swaying and stumbling to the door. Pease said they came back in the room at 3 a.m. Kenneka was missing at 2:17 a.m.
This finna all go back to 1 some.
In the room at 3 o'clock a.m. TY said that he was in the room for 40 minutes before the hotel security came knocking on the door. So Tregang said if you calculate that from roughly 12:30, that would give you around a 1:20 a.m. timeline.
Oh! 120? Stop playing with me, me, bruh. When she made this video 5 years ago. This just to show you when I was doing the research and calculating the time and all this, it might go back to one song. Then when you get people out in your emails and try to confuse you, then they'll throw you out like, let's go to Tucson and confuse you on the footage. Then this motherfucker said, yeah, they gonna calculate back around to 120. And this what you see on the footage at 120. Look what's on the footage at 120. And that's when Andrew Hall gonna tell y'all she was in the lobby at 320 before she went back on the elevators. Hi y'all! And when I play this video, I'm finna go to Gina McGill when she was calling Zach TV. Listen to gang.
He also said that he recalls them coming back in the room at 3:30 a.m. That's T.Y. saying that. And we know that T.Y.'s live is going on around 12. Was actually going on around 12:36. But to fit the police narrative, you've got to go along with the surveillance footage. And Trey explained that they messed up when they dropped T.Y.'s live.
Oh, did she gave me my props? Did she just say, man, look? Did she just say this her?
And Trey explained that they messed up when they dropped T.Y.'s live.
When they dropped T.Y. live. Because that was at 12 something, right? If you go back to T.Y. live, don't listen to don't watch the video. Listen to the audio. Manager, though, don't call the cops. 2 cups. That's going to be at 12 something. 12 something leading up to 1:30 in the lobby.
He said that that's why they said she left the room. Well, they said they seen her getting off the elevator at 3:25 a.m. Don't believe that. This live of T.Y.'s is going on at 12 something. And Kenneka came up missing at 2 something. And Pease said Monifa and them came back in the room looking for her. But T.Y. said he recalled them coming back in the room at 3:30 a.m. Tregang showed what MTV showed when they were on the lower level at 3:45 a.m. The lower level walking down the stairs at 3:45 a.m. Tregangs told us they pushed the timeline back just to confuse us. And if you push the timeline forward, it looks like everybody's on a search for Kenneka. But if you push the timeline back, everything looks like criminal activity, and that is so true. Pease said that they came in between 3:30 a.m. and 4 a.m. But how does Pease say one thing and T.Y. says another thing? So those two stories didn't match up. And do you remember in the beginning, I think it was on the 107.1 interview, it's been stated several times, but I specifically remember it from that interview, that Teresa Martin said that when the girls called her and said that they couldn't find Kenneka, that they had left her in the lobby. Well, that would have been around 3:20 a.m. And they said that they had to go back and look for the phone and the keys. Well, when you push that timeline back, you'll miss it. But if you go back to what Andrew Holmes said, Kenneka was in that lobby at 3:20 a.m. And she's on surveillance. But if you go back if you look at the surveillance on the right hand time side, you see Monifa and Bree at the front desk at 4:20. This is why they pushed the timeline forward.
Now y'all see that? Don't they go back to one song? Don't they go back to one some? They go back to one some going on 2 o'clock. Pay y'all big receipt game. Man, let's share this for Kenneka, bruh. Don't they? So look, when she said this, they go back to 3 some. Let's go back to this same scene. Her. Cause 3 some is 1 something. 3 some is 1 something. Man, let me take a squeak. Matter of fact, let's go to Zach interview about Gina McGill. Let's go to Zach interview about Gina McGill at this same frequency.
Open your eyes.
And we talking about what we seeing on the footage. And we talking about this. Let's get that clear. We talking about this scene with Gina McGill finna explain, just like. Hold on, wait a minute. Right here.
There.
Hold up.
I know what I wrote it down. Is it Mike Lord?
I'm saying, like, was Mike in the kitchen? Was Mike?
Down and look at it.
What?
You need to take this information down and look at it.
I'm saying, was Mike? Was Mike?
God owns
Who?
this person, this white guy that I'm talking about, is a president
Okay.
of this company, which is Intel.
Okay.
And he owns, what is it, IBM? Is it IBM? He owns IBM. But he's over Snapchat and he's over
Okay, but tell me this. Like, what does this have to do with Kenneka?
because they're joking about it.
They joking about it?
They were there.
Right here on the footage.
They're like at the time of the crime or what?
He said they was there. He was asking if they was there at the time being committed. Look what would be, what time a crime would be committed at 1 something in the morning. There you go, goddess. I need to pin that comment because that's finna go back to Hollywood. That's finna go back to Hollywood. Shout out to Goddess Gang, because that's what I'm finna get to. Because everybody show you who the zillionaire work for the same people that Goddess just put in the chat. The August code is the same one that's playing movie and zillionaire. Zillionaire, right? IMDb. So watch this. Everything you see at 1 o'clock. This when Andrew Holmes said, yeah, she was in the lobby at 3:20. 3:20 is 1:20. She telling you what would be going on in this time frame. Not any other footage. What it showed. This what she exposing. Right here. Booyah! You got the look what Friends Cave going. Ain't he finna be missing for 30 minutes? That means you finna see him exactly at 2 something. So that means he finna be missing around 1:30. He finna be missing for 30 minutes. Hold on. He finna leave at the office and go upstairs and come back. But he gonna leave again when Bree come back. And they gonna be around about 129. 329. 2 hours off. 129. Right? This why they said you will never get nothing out the footage. This what the YouTubers said. They said you will never get out the footage. You will never get nothing out the footage. It's nothing to see on the footage. The footage is edited. Since they edit the footage, it's no reason to look at the footage because you can't even trust the footage. Since they edit the footage, right? So they want to publicly what this ain't necessary to watch this because all of this is a lie. In reality, all this is true. What will be going down in one song. Payo! And when you go back to Leonora, we got 5 more other videos. So what video that Leonora wants you to believe in one song? Matter of fact, you gotta go to Irene Live. Let's go to Irene Live that we confirm on Tregang channel. Irene Live is Irene is related to the Martin family. Right here. Right here.
Rumley is basically like an AI writing partner that can help you solve all of this. For example, here's a bunch of stuff.
It would make sense why she would have the phone. It would make sense why if they set the girl up, you would set her up through Irene, that's a family member, and she ganged in the rest of them hoes. In the room, she could earn big status off this shit. That's why she would have the phone, because guess who she would be texting? Leonora. Payow. So when Leonora like this will be going on at one song. Y'all see her in the videos. But look what the surveillance footage would be showing. The real tea. And listen to this.
Right.
Are you, hold on, how sure are you that he was there?
I've been reviewing their pictures all day today. These people, those white people that walked into the building,
Right.
the luggage and all of that stuff,
Yeah.
okay, they're from the what do you call it?
He what?
They come and get body parts.
Since she told Zach that, would it be fair for Tregang to stop this video since we heard that? And let's go to Payow and listen to this whole video with the luggage.
This is where the editing comes into play. The left corner is correct only when one time is showing. I think I might have stated that backwards. Anywho, Andrew Holmes said that he saw it. He saw Kenneka on video in the lobby. She was trying to push the button to go up, but the elevator went down. So back to this time, 3:20, which is not actually
3:20, 1:20. When Kenneka texts when she ready to go, that's why they text on her phone that she ready to go to symbolize that she was still alive. But guess what? They there to collect body parts. They there collect body parts. Uh-oh. And if you heard it from Zach interview, look what the footage show, gang. I'm finna rewind it all the way back. And I'm finna mute my microphone for at least 15 minutes. Or 30 minutes. How long this video gonna take when they come to this scene?
4:20, it's 3:20. The time skips at 3:20. And that's the reason why the time skipped. So that you don't see Kenneka in the lobby. You simply see the friends at the front desk. So they pushed the time up and edited Kenneka out of the lobby footage by removing it altogether. This is based on the hotel footage, the statements, the witness statements, and the police reports. You got Peas in the lobby with Monifa, Shemai, and Brewery at 4:20. And I think T.Y.'s in there too. Anyway, Peas' statement said he couldn't find nobody. But security just walked into the lobby just a few minutes after they got in there. And he goes in the office. Then the footage skips for 1 minute. Security in his statement said he left and went home about 4:35 a.m. Funny because
foursome is twosome. Hi, y'all!
he's also on footage coming back in the door later than that. So that's a big fat lie. Let's see. These are all notes that I took from his live. And I added some of my other stuff in here too.
Y'all heard her. She took notes from my live video. My live video, what I was exposing. So when she took notes from my live video, they give you one or two options. She knew Tregang was on their trail and finding out the truth. And it's finna come back on them. Since Tregang was the hottest motherfucker on the Kenneka Jenkins case, cause I was exposing the truth, cause I was like, man, all these people lying. Cause I even called her, I'm like, look, I told everybody, I'm like, look, I share information with her, was like, look, I found out little me, cause I didn't know this lady was involved with this shit. I ain't know this lady was involved with this shit, bruh. This is why I had to be careful. This is why when social media was telling me Tregang collaborate with the other YouTubers because these YouTubers said this and you saying this, y'all would go good if y'all collaborate. I tried that shit when I tried this shit. I'm trying this shit behind the scenes. I'm like, wait a minute, these motherfuckers is the suspects. Once I found out they was the suspects, I want everybody to thumb me up right now that follow me. Everything what she said, do it make sense now? This finna show you Tregang was making sense in the beginning. Watching the footage. When I was said this is YouTuber, this why they mentioned this YouTuber in the song and mentioned the pool area. The cold game about it, they mentioned the reason why he had a neck rest on this neck because they finna go to the pool area. In the beginning, nobody want just comprehend be like, damn, pool, who would go to a pool in this early in the morning? Ain't nobody going to a pool. But it would stand out on the footage, you be like, damn, he got a neck rest on, but the real people like, well, they ain't going to no pool because we know the pool closed at this point. For the fake motherfuckers that don't know what's going on, they gonna hype the shit up. Oh, they going to the pool. Since they hyped you up and said they were going to the pool, remind you of the timestamp. Ain't this at one some? Dumb motherfucker. Dumb YouTuber. Since they hyped that shit up, don't they go back to one some when you figure out the lie? Don't they go back to one some? Now you see why the pool was mentioned. Cause guess what? Guess who she came in with? Me, Teresa family members. Gray hoodie, long dreads. Hi, y'all. I thought I said we need to get all the lights up. Because I need all the lights up right now. I just want to see how many ops in here. Because I know they in numbers. Bro. I figured this YouTube shit out. I was like, damn. I see what's going on behind the YouTube screen. Because guess what? Y'all remember when Gina McGill said he owns social media? He owned the website. That's how everybody get paid on YouTube. So meaning, to make a long story short, when I get paid, he paid. Every YouTuber that make money on YouTube, bro. I ain't even know that. I ain't even know that, bro. I ain't even know that. I need 150 likes right now, and now I play the whole video. Hold on. I tell you what, I'm finna play the video surveillance footage. Cause this at one song. Listen to this at one song.
Bree said that she left the party at approximately 2:15, 2:30 a.m. Needed something about GPS to pick up her friends, sent 2 texts, blah, blah, blah. So you left the party at 2:15, 2:30 a.m.? Well, that's around the same time Kenneka came up missing.
Told you! Look at the footage!
At the Southwest Entry Hall at 4:07.
Oh!
Which is actually 3:07.
Oh!
She said she made it to the hotel at 1-something. Said she was back at 3:10 a.m., which is pretty close. She's on the footage at 3:07.
They're balls, ain't
line
it?
It all up. If you line up what these statements are saying, what the witness statements are saying, versus the hotel footage, you knock it back an hour. It is what it is. There's no way around that. There's no way to dispute that, honestly. If Bree's saying she got back at 3:10 and she's on footage at 4:07, it's an hour off. And everything that he's going through and checking is an hour off.
So when Bree came back in this hotel, ain't Bree finna come back in? Get what time this is at 1 some. Payao. There you go, goddess. That's why. Check this out. Why you think 54? Check this out. Do this. Can you peep game now? I know you peep game, goddess. I want to know, do the other people peep the game? And that's the real reason why 54 Keys made a comment about Ball because she looked like Kenneka Jenkins will be coming in. And this had 1 song. And 54 Keys, man, she gonna stick to the time script at 3 some with the Andrew Holmes story. But if you find out the truth, this would be at 1 some. Now you see why she want to call her balls. Now you want to see why she want to call her ball. Now look, when Tregang called 54 Keys out, did the bitch respond? Bitch got more followers than me. And the hoe can't even respond to Tregang. Fuck you talking about? Peep the game. Oh, that's why 54 Keys said about ball. Could get what would be going on at 1 some. Let's go. Hell of a chick. And I'm going to tell y'all what. I'm going to shout out hell of a chick on this one. Because she did give me my props. Not only that she gave me my prop, but hell of a chick also did her investigation, bro. She did her investigation, and I swear to God, you would get the truth from all her investigation. This how real I am. You would get all her truth from her channel. But when the minute Tregang says something about Little Meat, you will see where we fell off at. Now you see, damn, if she collaborating with Tregang and she admitted, Tregang said if they tricked us, if you knock the footage 2 hours, it look like a search, and you knock it 2 hours off, it look like a cover up. And she was like, that's definitely true. You see what I'm saying? Hold up. Get those lights up, gang. Cause I'm finna spill some. Oh my God. Hold up. I'm finna spill so much tea. Cause we finna go back to this shit. This shit. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Not this one. We finna go back to the brother of the beverage manager. Find out who is related. Then we finna go back to the white page and make sure that we got the whole family tree. And when we come back to the police department, this police Nicholas that's related to Lenny, you'll see why this sucker on Christiana Avenue. Christiana. Man, that's enough, goddammit, for me to get to 150 right now. A police officer. Address. Cristiano. Oh, so let me go back to. Oh, okay, let me do a little more research right quick. And when we do a little more research right quick, we'll see what we finna find out about everybody that's named Panoska. Let's go to hell of a chick. Can we go back to one some gang?
Keep in mind though that the Rosemont Police Department saw this footage first, so they've got to be the editors of the videos. There's no way around that.
See why now?
They know who the editors of the video are.
Cause if you got Lenny related to the police department, once he related to the police department, then you got Paul Cilio and another beverage manager. Yeah. I'm through talking, gang. I'm through talking, y'all. Man, let's like, share the video, and let's spill tea. Cause I got a video I'm finna drop after this live video, and watch how it's finna go viral.
The surveillance video. At 3:20 a.m., the Caucasian girl with the white shirt on, blonde hair, is on surveillance making the call sign. You know, putting her fingers up to her ear. You can change the timestamp, but it can't be changed in real time. So she made this hand gesture, or call sign, because Kenneka was in the lobby coming out of the elevator. She goes to the pool area. Let's see. Monifa, Shemai, and Bree are also in the lobby at 3:20 a.m. Andrew Holmes saw the video. There was no left timestamp on this portion of the surveillance video. 1 o'clock a.m. So, he said, anywho, people weren't concerned with her content necessarily. In the beginning, they were happy we had somebody to go over these photos that Rosamond had released to everybody and blah, blah, blah. But as time went on, it's like Tay got involved in all this bunch of drama, and she just muddied up the waters of the case, really, because people were just tearing her to pieces in videos. Well, in the beginning, she had released this video, or towards the beginning, she had released this video, and because of all of the craziness that had surrounded her, I really don't think people took it serious at all. When they should have. Because regardless of her credentials, she was doing what everyone else was doing, which was analyzing photos. You don't need to, these people weren't, the only thing that she really got caught on was saying that she was something that she wasn't. But she could have analyzed the photos without saying any of that. Regardless, he showed this video in his live today, and I'm going to play it because I can't read it.
Now, when she said I showed this video, this the reason I keep all my receipts, cause they delete theirs. I keep mine. You see what I'm saying? Listen to what will be going on at September the 9th in the morning. And this gonna be around about this time. When goddamn it, Gina McGill was talking to Zach TV.
Okay.
Okay, the guy in the stripy shirt has a stripy shirt on and a picture from the company.
I'ma stop it right there just to go back to this shit.
It's too faint to read, so I'm going to insert the fair use here. You can go to her channel and watch it. It's Tay and then like a little smiley face. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and play the video so that you can see what's going on. And we've got this letter a long time ago from someone who actually stayed in the hotel, and it wasn't taken serious. When if you're going to take any of the letters serious, this is the one letter that could have been taken serious because they sent receipts with it. They sent their receipts, literal receipts, from where they stayed in the hotel. So, now that this is resurfaced today, we're going to go ahead and play the video.
And to drop this video before I leave for Thailand, and to share with you an email that I got from a witness whose family stayed at the Crown Plaza September 6th through the 9th, 2017. Perhaps shed light or maybe clarify things that we all dug so deeply into the Kenneka Jenkins case. So I will now read the email in case you cannot. Dear Miss Tay, I have been following this case since the start. We are one of the families seen on the video. We did not have any clue that we were on the surveillance nor told. This is why, and our part in this. We are at the Crown Plaza, Chicago, September 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, checking out September 9th at 11 a.m. We were supposed to stay September 5th, but we missed our flight. However, the hotel still charged us for the room as we were too late to cancel, so this is why you see that charge on the bill. We were ticked off by that. We had gone to the cafeteria. I realized I left my jacket in there. I went back downstairs to see if it was open. It was not. So I went to the front desk to let them know about my coat. I left and get more room keys. There were a lot of kids hanging around. They looked thug-like. They looked rough, and they did not make me feel comfortable. I went to the front desk to inquire about my jacket and noticed staff had changed their shift. There was security in the lobby in a few areas, as well as some businessmen, but did not think much about it. but saw some rough young adults in the lobby as we walked to the elevator.
The reason that's so important that they keep bringing up these rough people in this hotel, this is a 5-star hotel, or it was at one time. I don't know if it still is. But, so yeah, these rough people hanging around this hotel, that's not what people pay for to stay there. So that's why it would stick out in people's minds. I'm going to go ahead and continue.
Some behind us. As my family and I got into the elevator, the kids stopped and did not continue towards the elevator, but walked back towards the lobby. I was glad, as they made me feel nervous. We wanted to go swimming, however, when we arrived, the door was locked. When I was at the door, I could see kids, businessmen, all in street clothes.
So they wanted to go swimming. They went to the hotel pool area. The door was locked, but you can see in there because there's windows everywhere. And this family could see people in there, kids, which they're not exactly kids, they're young adults, but and men in business suits.
The young, rough looking. My kids were disappointed, so I went to the front desk to ask why it's closed, yet people in there. They told me they were having a private party. I did not give it any more thought, and our family just went to our room, ordered room service, watched a movie, and settled for the night. We went about our day, leaving the hotel September 7th to do tours and shopping, enjoying our day. When I entered the room, my coat was hanging in a bag on the hook. Also left was a nice fruit basket and chocolates, with an apology the pool being closed.
Now, what hotel is going to send you a fruit basket with chocolates because you had went to the hotel pool and it was closed? Did they send them?
That's why I told you Tay Sunday is involved. She was there with the group. Do anybody sense figured it out? Like, that's why she's telling what was happening from the 6th all the way up to the 9th at 1 something in the morning. In the fucking morning, bruh. Man, look. You are out. Check this out. Gang, y'all heard this sucker in the chat talking about this sound like AI? How the fuck this sound like AI? And this bitch had a whole fucking YouTube channel telling everybody. I see why you would say this shit sound like AI. Listen to this shit. And watch the footage.
To go to the hotel pool, like, that's just crazy to me. Why make a big issue out of that? I've stayed in plenty of hotels where the pool was closed. Yeah, it pisses you off, but I've never gotten a fruit basket over it.
We thought that nice. September 8th, as we entered the lobby, one of the staff came to me and said that the kitchen was closed, but we're told that they would have light snacks in the cafeteria area between 3 and 5 p.m. When we went there, all they had was pizza, cold drinks, water, coffee in a thermos. Others who stayed at the hotel were there too. We talked, and they were not happy about the service.
So the cafeteria was closed, and they were offering light snacks between 3 and 5. And there were other guests of the hotel there. And so this family was talking to these other guests in this kitchen area. Cafeteria area, I'm sorry.
Late that night, the toilet would not flush and now constantly running and disturbing our sleep. I called the front desk a few times with no answer. I got very upset as they were not answering to go downstairs. It was late, around 1 a.m. When I went down,
Oh, ain't this at 1 a.m.? This for the sucker that said this AI. This AI, right? Trying to throw everybody off and get everybody in conspiracy mode. What this look like at 1 a.m. in the morning? Do I got everybody's attention? Tell me if I got everybody's attention. If I ask, you see what's going on at 1 something in the morning on the footage. 1 something in the morning on the footage. Remind y'all, the sucker said this is AI generated, right? Mm-hmm. I'm reading the chat, guy, and I'm just trying to make sure we all on track, cause we don't need to get distracted. We don't need to get distracted on this shit, bruh. Hi, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Let's play the footage.
So at 1 o'clock a.m., this gentleman, the husband of this family here, he called the front desk several times because the hotel toilet was running, wouldn't stop, and it was keeping him up, and it wouldn't flush. So the front desk doesn't answer. We're in a 5-star hotel, once again. So he goes downstairs to the front desk at 1 o'clock in the morning. They'd had enough at that point.
I saw was police standing around.
So she said she saw police standing around. Do this make sense when Bree came in that motherfucker? Ain't that the crew for everybody to get up? Alright. Let's get up, y'all. Let's get ready to go. Watch this shit, bruh. Hi, y'all. Oh, why would they be getting up with a whole lot of luggage in that motherfucker? Listen to this shit. This won't be going down that 1 some.
The front desk doesn't answer. We're in a 5-star hotel, once again. So he goes downstairs to the front desk at 1 o'clock in the morning. They'd had enough at that point.
I saw was police standing around. My immediate reaction was something happened. As I began to walk towards the front desk, a police officer stopped me. He asked me what I wanted.
Now you see why the police would stop these folks. Cause look what's going on in the footage and look at the front desk, bruh. Hi, y'all. Do you see what's on the footage at 1 some? This on the footage at 1 some, bruh. When Bree came in, there was the crew. Everybody get out of there. And Tayzon, they said, this is when the police told us, we can't come down there.
I thought this odd to ask and told him how I needed maintenance to come to my room due to the running toilet. He laughed and said, just put a pillow over your head.
Now, check this out. Is you finna see this on the footage? Yeah. Guess what's on that footage when she said this shit? Oh, now you see why he bringing out changing clothes. Cause you gotta look at it. If it's going down at 1 something in the morning, look what Andrew Holmes and Liver Norwood had to hide at 1 something, and they manipulated, said, yeah, this at 3 something. She was in the lobby at 3 something. Yeah. Hi, y'all. Hi, y'all. This one I learned about the game, Jack. These people gonna come in the chat and try to distract y'all, cause they're gonna make it be like, well, Tregang, you were cruising everybody else, and it sounds like you don't know what's the truth. It sounds like you don't even know who was all involved. Your goddamn information ain't credible. I'm glad that you finna mention this shit. I bet you I get 200 likes in the next hour. Yep, because it's a lot of ops in her. Let's play the video.
As I started to walk forward, he placed his arms on my chest and said, "Stop right there." I said, "Why are you placing your hands on me?" He said, "Sorry, I cannot let you go further." I said, "Why? What's going on?" He said, "Nothing at all. Just return to your room."
So he gets down to the lobby, not even to the front desk yet, and a policeman stops him and puts his hands on his chest and tells him he can't go any further. That is very bizarre. So of course these people are going to remember this whole incident because it's so strange. I've never...
That's the cold part about it. Everybody finna remember this shit, bruh. Everybody already remember. Just think about it. You remember this scene. Everybody remember this scene, but didn't make none of it. But once you got the truth, it make a lot of sense now, don't it?
Never had that happen to me in a hotel. And I've never had a policeman ask me what I wanted with the front desk. Like, what business is that of his? That's very strange. When he goes on to take a step further, which I would have done as well, he tells him he can't go. Stop. Tells him to go put a pillow over his head. I mean, come on.
That is what I am telling you to do, and forget what's going on here. I felt something was going on the right to know. I went back upstairs furious. My wife asked me, as I was now so irritated, making noise to wake her. I told her. Then she got very angry. She dialed the front desk.
So he gets back to the room, tells his wife, and his wife's like, "Oh, hell no." So she calls.
Can we all agree this at one something on the footage? Because everything what Tay Sunday said on the footage. Everything what this lady finna said, she been so accurate. This is why she accurate. This lady poses somebody sent her something and told her what happened. And the reality, this bitch was there. The bitch was there. And snitching. Snitching like King Rob would snitch. Listen to this shit.
It's the front desk.
Lady answered, and I could hear my wife speaking to her. "Why are you not allowing my husband to go to the front desk? We need maintenance." She apologized and said no one can come to the lobby at this moment. My wife asked, "Is something going on at the hotel?" I could hear no and her continuing to talk to my wife, but not hear the conversation. My wife got off naturally. I was anxious to hear what she told my wife. My wife said they were making a film downstairs and sorry that we were being inconvenienced.
So they said they're making a film downstairs and apologized for the inconvenience.
So if they was making a film downstairs, shout out to Goddess. Then Goddess showed y'all the movie production in the chat when she commented. Hi y'all. Since they mentioned the movies, what movie theaters they will be in? Goddess, drop it back in the chat again. When you told these goddamn folks when Jenny McGee said, yeah, they own the company IMBM, you know what I'm about? Hello? Ain't that's finna hit different now? They move. So she mean to say they finna shoot a movie round about this time at one some. Now you see why Living Note said we got 5 more other videos. She was in the room, she was fine, she was sitting there. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't drunk at all. You heard her saying that's the manager at the door. At the door. I'm finna pin that up, Goddess. Let me pin it so everybody can see what the fuck going on with this movie studio. How everybody sell they soul for documentaries. When it come to gang violence, shooting and killing, mystery murders. Somebody got a book about a weak ass goddamn narrative. Yeah, you know. Mm-hmm. Hold up. Watch this.
And then Tregang pointed out that if you go back to the interview that Zach Stoner did with Pease and Killer, they said that it looked like a movie. They specifically said that.
That if we could be patient until morning, they could have a manager call us. I found it very odd that we were never told they would be filming in the hotel. I could not sleep. I had to see for myself. When I got to the elevator, it would not allow me to go to lower lobby, only the floor above.
So the wife is pissed off now. She goes to the elevator to go down to the front desk, and the elevator will not go down to the lobby or the lower level. It only allows her to go up one floor. That's a huge fire hazard. So if something were to happen during that time, they would have had to have taken the stairs. Like, that's crazy. That would have been a huge liability.
I got off and walked downstairs to see the lobby. I didn't see any big film productions, mostly cell phones out, but many kids in the lobby hanging around, walking around.
So when this person would see many kids walking around, watch this game. Let's go to the footage. Man, what the hell? Why they showing big jug ladies on? No, I don't like those jugs. I like them perky. You know what I'm talking about? Alright. Look what this footage finna show. Is we finna see this on the footage?
Older folks with luggage just hanging around. As I began to walk towards the front desk, a security guard ran towards me and told me to go back to my room. I asked if there was a problem. He said, "It's okay, please go now." I asked if those kids were causing a problem. He said, "No, it's okay. We just don't want to have any others in the area." I could not do much about it, but go back upstairs.
So security runs towards her and says, "Whoa, no, you got to go back to your room." Not even asking, like, what's going on? Is there something I can help you with? Blah, blah, blah. No. And meanwhile, there are all these kids who they're referring to as kids, but they're actually young adults, and older people with luggage in the lobby.
Told my wife, and she said she was not happy with the service and wanted to check out. I agreed, as we were here for holiday, and did this hotel was just not for us. The next day, September 9th, my family checked out. Well,
okay, so it says they checked out on September the 9th. I believe he said at 11 o'clock.
Now watch this. Y'all heard that? Did y'all hear that? Tregang got these suckers. Tregang the truth. Miss Teresa gotta come clean. This is why Miss Teresa gotta come clean, right? Can I show y'all this? This is why Miss Teresa gotta come clean. Beverage manager. Lenny. Link back to him. Hold up. Then you got what? A brother on law enforcement that was sued and cost the city $100,000, right? Then you can look up all this sucker relatives. I got it. Tregang got the whole family tree. And you just pull the white pages up. You just pull the white pages up on this one. And find out just the basics. Find out what organization these bitches into. Like French Cave. Now you finna see. Do y'all remember when Tregang told y'all a couple of months ago, damn near a year ago, y'all, when I put Kenneka Jenkins, it do come back to some Mexicans. How many of you heard me say this months ago, even a year ago? And if you throw me up on this, now this shit makes sense.
Meanwhile, bear in mind, all of this can be verified on the hotel footage. And Tregang actually said that as well. But if you listen to their story and you listen to everything that happened, you know exactly who these people are. I've watched that footage so many times that I know exactly who it is.
Told y'all, cause she said she watched that footage so many times. That means she gave me my credit, and that means she know that I know what's on the footage. If I know what's on the footage, and you got other YouTubers know what's on the footage, and they got the lie to cover it up. Look what Tregang going to a certain extent. I got to go to a certain extent that expose what's going on the footage till it got to me sounding crazy. Tregang going live every fucking day. He ain't got nothing better else to do. Like I'm just the only one. She said this shit. Watch this. Ain't this her video? And this shit was 5 years ago. Check this out. She finna break it down. Cause once the truth exposed, you can't expose it with a lie no more. The truth is the truth. A lie is a lie. And guess what the truth is? This is what the truth is. Watch this.
September the 9th, I believe he said, at 11 o'clock. Meanwhile, bear in mind, all of this can be verified on the hotel footage. And Tregang actually said that as well. But if you listen to their story and you listen to everything that happened, you know exactly who these people are. I've watched that footage so many times that I know exactly who it is. And like Tregang said, you don't want to put them out there and put them on blast because it's really confidential. You don't want them to have any trouble related to this matter. But if
So what she just said, now y'all see why I be so sensitive with my tea. You see what I'm saying? Cause you don't want the enemy. What it look like if I just throw all the cards out on the table? They bitch know how to defeat me. But if I put cards on the table and play their game, I can, man. You heard me. You feel me though? Keep this in mind. I told y'all this lady is a op. She a op. Ops will tell you the truth. If you got one nigga out here telling the truth and busting the whole game, they ain't gotta do nothing but try to communicate with Tregang and get me y'all track, bruh. Let's get 160 likes. Ain't number 4 more likes. Watch this.
You
Check
listen
this
to
out.
this story, you know exactly which family that is. They had kids. They want to go to the pool. They checked out at 11 o'clock.
Let me rewind that again.
Meanwhile, bear in mind, all of this can be verified on the hotel footage. And Tregang actually said that as well. But if you listen to their story and you listen to everything that happened, you know exactly who these people are. I've watched that footage so many times that I know exactly who it is. And like Tregang said, you don't want to put them out there and put them on blast because it's really confidential. You don't want them to have any trouble related to this matter. But if you listen to this story, you know exactly which family that is. They had kids. They want to go to the pool. They checked out at...
She said you will know exactly family members that is. Did Trey Gang show y'all this? Boom! Bam! Booyah! Wham! Hold up! Bam! Whoop! Whoop de doo! Family ties. Watch this. Since Tregang got family ties on this shit, right? Do I need to play Jenna McGill when she said, yeah, they are related, the corner related, they got a pet mortuary. We ain't even get into all that yet. We ain't even get into all that yet, but why did?
At 11 o'clock. Just bear that in mind.
While waiting, I chatted up with a guy who I'd seen in the cafeteria to say hello, who asked me, do you find something odd about this hotel? I found that a strange question to answer. We did not like it due to lack of service and rudeness by staff. The pool closing disappointing our kids. His reply was there was something more going on here. I seen cops. He mentioned, well, you do know that they have an organ place next door. Them cases I seen some folks look like.
And guess what time this gonna be? Watch this, y'all. Don't this go back to this timestamp?
Carriers, maybe they're snatching organs there, and he laughed out loud.
Kenneka still be here. Bitch, you left her drunk in the hallway by herself unattended, a fake ass friend. That's what you did. You left her unattended, and remind you told me out your own mouth, Monica. Yeah, Kenneka gone. Where she go? I'll tell your ass. Go look for her. How did you lose her? That was within 2 seconds. Within 2 seconds, did you go back? No. You stayed in.
I was stunned and just stared and said nothing more to him. Felt more
So while he's standing there waiting to check out at the hotel, there's a guy in line. And the guy in line says, you know, did you see anything? Did you find it strange around here? And it is common knowledge, maybe not specifically about
It was something in the morning.
But it's common knowledge that Chicago has to do with organ harvesting, etc. And probably elsewhere or closer to there, it could have been that maybe they did know that Rosemont had organ harvesting. Or when they typed in the name of the hotel to research it, I'm sure it popped up because it pops up every single time I type in Rosemont. So that's not strange either. People took it serious at all. Shemai and Bree are also in the lobby at 3:20 a.m. Andrew Holmes saw the video. There was no left timestamp on this portion of the surveillance video with the girls in the lobby. And P's and I think TY. So they're saying that they have 24-hour footage in the kitchen but it only actually shows 2 to 3 hours of footage. And Tregang pointed out that they swapped the video in the kitchen, and when you see it, it's not the same file. T.Y.'s statement said he was in the room for 40 minutes before security came. Bree left at 2:26 a.m. according to the footage. Also, when you think back about this footage, it took them a month to release their surveillance footage. That's a little ridiculous. That's why it took a month, is because they edited the video. There's no two ways about it. Bree leaves at approximately 1 o'clock a.m. So
when you add everything up, did Bree leave and want some, or did she come back and want some? Watch this. If you can't solve this puzzle, that means if you can't solve what's on the footage, I feel sorry for you, because if you can't solve on the footage, I can make you a target. If you can't solve this on the footage, what if I would be like, well, look, if this person can't figure this out, I could target this person and kill this person and do what I want to do with this person and get away with it. Cause this person's so fucking dumb, cause they like crime shows. They'll tell their life story just to communicate with a killer just because they a fan. Cause you a fan? Cause you like crime conspiracy shows? You see what I'm saying? Bro, look what the footage finna show when Bree come in. Before Bree come in. This the cold part about it. This the crazy part about it. If this had won some, look how they got everybody in conspiracy mode. What you believe in one some? Oh, I believe, this what I believe. This was going on at one song.
Yo. Hi, that's nice. So it's not nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's big, ain't it? I sure hope somebody come. They got an Android. Yeah.
It's you?
Mm-hmm. Wait, I just get the video.
No, tough shit.
Watch this. You believe this at one sum? Type in if you believe this at one sum in the morning. Type of number 1 in the chat. I believe this at one sum, Tregang. If you believe this happened at one sum, type in this. I believe this happened at one sum, Tregang. Type in the 2 in the chat. You believe this at one sum. And type in the chat. You believe this at one sum.
Hello.
Shit make a difference now, don't it? Yeah, let's separate. Check this out, gang. This finna let you know that, man, these people must think we done, cause these people gonna come in and be like, well, Tregang, I believe this. This was at one song instead of on the footage. What would be really going on at one song? God damn it. Since this going on at one song, watch this. I gotta go to Zach John. Can I go to Zach? Can I go? Where's Zach at? Right here?
That he works with in Chicago.
So check this out. You can believe this at one song, this at one song, or you can believe this at one song. Cold game.
It's the parking lot. It's a parking lot. Motherfuckers can use them tickets a lot of times too. So you can go in. Park at the parking lot. So if somebody else parking here, y'all just gotta let them use y'all shit. You look pretty. Happy birthday. Thank you. It is. Have my kid.
So you mean to tell me you want to believe this at one song? Let's start. Let's kill this shit right now. Pay y'all gang, where you at? New subscriber, where you at? Ops, where y'all at? Cause we know what's going on. This at one song. This is why Leonora said, yeah, please believe me. She was still in the room. She fine.
I told you. What you saying over there, Slick? What you say? What you say, Gail Smart? I really need the weed, bro. Damn, I just got the weed. But you just passed it and they just passed it.
Or you want to believe this in the morning. Lou will be going down at 1 something in the morning.
Organ donors, I forgot the name of the company. I didn't write that down today because I've been writing so quickly. Go to this here, GIFFARI.
Okay.
And RAFSANJAANI.
Okay.
Okay, that's one person to look into. The other one is Joel Combs. JOELCOMM. He's the owner of IBM.
So watch this. Now look. Everything Jenny McGill that she finna say, if you want to confirm it, you got to skip this video to this video. Look, she already finna tell you about the luggage, all of this shit, but Living No wants you to be like, yeah, my sister was still in the room. You know what I'm talking about? Why this? Look. Tregang the motherfucking truth. Who this is? Who is the fuck this is? Ain't that him? Ain't that him? Chef. Work in the background. Food director, best man, and he related to Lenny. Watch this. If you didn't do no research, you can't argue with me on this. You can't tell me shit about this shit, bro. If you are up, you gonna try to argue with me on this shit. Cause why would you try to argue with me on this if you got receipts, bitch? Stop playing, Lady Rich. Hold up. Watch this. If you go back to Kenneka Jenkins case, if you do, check this out. Watch this. I'm finna fuck the whole game up. Y'all remember when I told y'all I did a background check on these suckers? Why you think they coming up if they ain't family? Look at French Cave. You know what? I'ma leave you in the dark. I'ma finna play with this shit then. Since you act like y'all don't know. Since the people act like they don't want to know what's going on, Tregang, why did? I don't know what's going on. You see the lights? People got thumbs up. You know what's going on. Cause you asked a dumbass question, Tregang, what's going on? I'm confused. You confused? You are out. Now I got to investigate you. Oh, since I investigate you, now I see why this would be going down at 1 something in the morning when you play the footage.
He suggested that we go back to Irene's recent live. And if you really pay attention to what she's saying, she's giving it all to us right there. And then he discussed Tay Zonde's video. For those that have been on the scene since Jump, you'll remember Tay Zonde and all the drama that ensued surrounding her. If I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, so don't take me at, just take it at face value. She first surfaced with Fact Check TV, and
I'm glad that she mentioned Fact Check TV, cause guess what Tregang just recently exposed about the big YouTubers that sacrifice their husband and their kids just for the fame and give you content. Oh, you think I'm lying? Watch this. Check this out. Y'all remember Crime Con? I try to warn everybody about Crime Con. I'm not a YouTuber creator content. I'm a nigga from the hood. If anybody kill somebody, murder somebody, do anything somebody, and if it got anything hood related, the hood gonna know. So if the hood gonna know, I'm know about Crime Con. Guess who you see on the Crime Con? This bitch. Hold up. Once you go to Crime Con, you will know about this bitch. Yeah. Let's just see the suckers finna respond to this. Talking about some Tregang, what the fuck? Yeah, this bitch. Hold on, matter of fact, let's go to this bitch. No. Let's go to these bitches. What's on the footage? Matter of fact, you know who the biggest bitch? Guess who the biggest bitch? Let me type the man. Let me type the man in. Do I need to type Miss Teresa Mon and said this was an accident and agreed that's how she cast the check? But when before she cast the check, listen to the killers that she had to face.
she did, I think she said she was a forensic photograph analysis. I forgot how she worded that exactly. Come to find out that wasn't true. Anywho, people weren't concerned with her content necessarily. In the beginning, they were, happy we had somebody to go over these photos that Rosamond had released to everybody and blah, blah, blah. But as time went on, it's like Tay got involved in all this bunch of drama. And
See why?
She just muddied up the waters of the case, really, because
Mud up the
people were just tearing
water.
her to pieces in videos. Well,
That's why she would mud up the water. Why she mud up the water? Because look who she exposed. It takes them they saying this about 1 something in the fucking morning. Ain't this at 1 something in the morning? Why in the fuck you got Zach TV with Jenna McGill telling everybody the same fucking thing if they didn't do their own research?
So why would these guys target Kenneka Jenkins out of everybody in that hotel?
Listen, they said on that piece of, they said they got a picture of Mona Lisa talking about her hair was all messed up. It's in the chat. It's chat. There's another guy I get to. He's a police officer. His name is Paul Manning. See, I'm giving this information. I'm trying to give quickly.
I'm listening to you. I'm driving. I'm on the E-way driving to a video shoot, but I'm listening to you at the same time. Keep talking.
Okay, it's Paul Manning. You gotta look into him. It's MOBINSILTRATOR. That's another person to look.
Okay, and these are suspects, right?
Correct.
Okay, I got a question for you. Why out of everybody, why you coming to Zach TV instead of going to the police officers?
Because Zach, you said that you wanted to do this here.
Right.
You wanted to solve this here. I'm by myself. I don't have anybody. You just don't know.
Okay, tell me, do any of the friends have anything to do with it? Because I believe they don't have shit to do with it.
Oh, I believe they got a lot to do with it.
Whoa. You said the friends got something to do with it?
I think they do.
What the fuck? Where you get, like...
The hand sign, I've been watching how the Illuminati, how the Baphomet, you know how they do their hand.
Hey, hold on. First off, why did you call me? First off, I don't know how the fuck you got my number. No disrespect. I don't know.
I got your number off of the Twitter account. You had it in the Twitter account.
Nah, my business number is on Instagram. Instagram.
That's it. It was on Instagram.
So, and you call, hold on. You called me private because you don't want the police to get your number, right?
This is the thing. They've been watching me the whole time. They've been watching off of my tablet and my smart TV. They keep sending me kind of little messages. They're into the phone. Do you understand the company that did this whole thing? The man that's involved in this here, him and his friends, they're joking about this here situation on the night. They got the dates on there.
Wow.
So, if you don't understand what Jenna McGill was talking about, watch this footage. Oh, now you see why. Alright, check this out. If you go look at Stephanie Hollow, man, Tregang finna spill tea. Y'all want me to spill tea? Yeah, let's get the lights up. Boy, we finna really get into it now. Cause guess what you finna see? Who is this Tregang? Who is Stephanie Hollow? Why is her husband died mysteriously? Hold up. When Tregang told y'all about, I don't even check this out. When I show y'all this photo, the real people that did their investigation know who this is. And you'll see what's going on. Look what's going on. You mean to tell me, bruh, all this? Hold on. Let's go to this. Crime reviews. Guess who this is? Tregang got him now. Tregang got him now, cause you know what I can do? When Tregang said, man, look, these goddamn YouTubers, bro, these people, they on another level than we are. We like, put it like this here, we like conspiracy theories, murder mysteries, and all of that. We love that, right? Now you see why they come in there. All because Tregang trying to show y'all, man, look, you gotta go to Crime Con. You gotta go to Crime Con and to figure out why all these goddamn YouTubers. What's going on? Like, I'm like, man, Tregang telling y'all that YouTube not straight. Have you ever noticed that when Kenneka death happened, all YouTubers before the corrupt YouTube, all the other YouTubers, they ain't trying to go into the surveillance footage, the police report. They just gonna give you the same narrative. And you wanna know why I dropped this video? And you wanna know why I dropped this motherfucking video? Hold up. Check this out.
The number one food for regular BMs, huh? Okay, let's see.
Fastest way to clear out stuck poop is by adding more.
You want to know why I showed this video? Don't this go back to 1 something in the morning? Don't this go back to 1 something? Matter of fact, let me read the comment what a sucker said. Damn, ain't even showing up. But you want to know why this? Check this out. You want to know why I dropped this video? And this go back to 1 something in the morning. With a YouTuber. A YouTuber. And Mr. Reese talking about, I don't know what happened to my daughter. I just know she left at the house at 11 something. And when she got to the hotel, her friends called me at 4:34. At 4:34, Miss Teresa. Hold on, can I show this video again? Now I know when I be showing videos and putting videos together, y'all gotta look at it. I'm not no YouTuber or YouTuber creator content. I just know how to spill tea. It's different when you on YouTube and you got other check this out. Check this out. Every YouTuber that got a big platform over 100 something. I'm not talking about small fries. I'm talking about the big fries. It's a different when you go to McDonald's. Be like, yeah, let me get a combo. They're gonna be like, what you want? That a medium or a large? Cause there ain't no such thing as a small, right? Ain't no such thing as a small. But If you goddamn it and say, look, boom, stop it right there. This at 124. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what the light's like. Cause I need this for Kenneka Jenkins. If you honestly believe in your heart, man, look, I can follow Tregang and I'ma stick with Tregang. Do that. If you feel like, well, Tregang switches narrative all the time. He don't know who did it. Do you blame me? Cause the shit that I'm going through behind the scenes, do you blame me? If I have anything wrong, do you blame me? Only thing you can say, Tregang will come back and correct it. I ain't got clat chase on shit, bro. I tell y'all what. Watch this. You wanna know how serious my receipts is? Check this out. Everybody finna look at this different. See this? Everything what I just said, do this here different now? Watch this. Check this out. This at one sum. Watch how you finna see family members pop up on the scene at one sum. And Leonora said, no, don't believe what the footage. Don't believe what the hotel Crown Plaza showing y'all. Don't believe that, cause we got 5 other videos that we can show y'all the truth. But look how the hotel had the man. Look, since you trying to put us in the jam, we gotta protect ourselves. So look who you finna see, family members. I ain't gotta say no more. One something in the morning. One something in the fucking morning. What you see on the footage? And look who with him in the lobby. And you mean to tell me when goddamn it, hell of a chick.
In the beginning, she had released this video, or towards the beginning, she had released this video. And because of all of the craziness that had surrounded her, I really don't think people took it serious at all. When they should have. Because regardless of her credentials, she was doing what everyone else was doing, which was analyzing photos. You don't need to, these people weren't. The only thing that she really got caught on was saying that she was something that she wasn't. But she could have analyzed the photos without saying any of that. Regardless, he showed this video in his live today. And I'm going to play it because I can't read it. It's too faint to read. So I'm going to insert the fair use here. You can go to her channel and watch it.
And watch how Tregang finna body blow this shit. Watch how Tregang finna body blow Tayson Day and hell of a chick. Cause I did research. Only people that follow me that did their own research. The people that didn't do no research, watch how they gonna come in on me like, what's going on? I don't believe that. I think this. You don't know what happened to her, so yeah. I tell y'all what. Check this out. I tell y'all what. If you want to know the real truth, I got background checks on these suckers. I can tell you who. I can show you who they related to. Once I show you who they related to, watch this. If I show you who they related to, you will see why. You will see exactly why, bruh. What goddamn Kenneka Jenkins got to do with Hold up. Ain't this the one that gave the thumb drive to the police? But look what's on the footage. Watch how it finna all go down. Everybody coming in. The police told everybody to stay upstairs. We filming the movie. Oh shit. If they film the movie, look who all in the lobby. Look who all in the motherfucking lobby. Hi y'all. I'm going live first thing tomorrow, gang. I'm going live first thing tomorrow. I tell y'all what, check this out. Hit Tregang Cash Out. If you hit Tregang Cash Out, this just, you know what I'm saying? When I say hit my cash out, don't take it as now he clout chasing. No, I ain't clout chasing. I really don't want no cash out. I just want to see who will hit the cash out because of this. Look, watch this. Just check it out. This is the reason why I want you to hit the cash out. Because I just want y'all to verify. Man, Tregang already spent the cash app on to get the background check. Why is this bitch? If you supposed to be with D group, why is you going over here and standing off the camera? Hold up. And why Andrew Holmes said yeah she was in the lobby at 3:20? Hold up. In the lobby at 3:20, Andrew Holmes. I see why you saying, oh yeah, you trying to. This is why Andrew Holmes said yeah. He got the family involved. Cause look what the family would be doing. Pie y'all on the motherfucking footage and one some. One some. One some, gang. This had one some. Look. So if this had one some, how in the fuck you could believe Liver talking about we got 5 more other videos? Matter of fact, you ain't even got to hit the cash out. Promise you ain't even got to hit the cash out. I just want to show y'all that this shit so fucking serious because I spent my cash app on this to figure this shit out, bro. Look. Why you think they will be coming in checking with the front desk and then you get this? Look. Now you see why Tregang said this shit? If you got this going on there one some, look how the YouTubers had to cooperate with each other. This is what they do. They crab away with each other because they on the footage. And they need other YouTubers with big platforms in case a nigga like me and say, you bitches on the footage. I can't say that. Because the reason why I can't say that, they got a platform. You can't say that about me. We got millions of followers. You knew. You a small fry to us. And we could use our following to go against you. But look what the footage show. Ain't she with Greg Hughes? Chasing True? That's on the footage. These people on the footage at the Crown Plaza Hotel. I show it to you. I show it to you. Matter of fact, I don't even got to show it to you. Gang, Payah gang, listen to when I say this. To the Payah gang. Watch how many people don't do no research. Watch this. Ain't this the same lady right here? Look, watch this. You see Greg Hughes, Chasing True, John, this bitch, and the next bitch. And the next bitch. And the crime con where all YouTubers meet up with detectives and they show them this how you conduct an investigation when it comes to cold cases and murder cases. Hold up. Look. Crime con. Ain't this the same bitch? Look at this same bitch right here. This same bitch. Right here. Payah. I'll go live first thing tomorrow. If you interested, Tregang, I want to hear more about this. And the persons that say, I want to hear more about this, they knew. For the person that know what's going on, they say I'm cloud chasing. The Payah gang, they just sit back and just watch. They already know what's going on. Cause one thing I can say about the Payah gang, they did their own research and anything that I show, they can trace it back. Whoa. This how they cover up crimes. If you can make a YouTuber into a crime show, you can cover up a murder. Just like she covered up her own husband murder. Matter of fact, let's talk about this bitch husband. How he died. How he died. I tell you what, if you want to know what really going on, thumb me up. This live video, I don't know how long it been live, but it been a minute. And we got to end it. Because there's so much tea out of this, and we can continue this tomorrow in the morning. So you ain't missing nothing. Because you already got the tea like, oh, okay, Tregang, let's go back to this.
It's Tay and then like a little smiley face. But anywho, I'm going to go ahead and play the video so that you can see what's going on. And we've got this letter a long time ago from someone who actually stayed in the hotel. And it wasn't taken serious.
Tay Zonday.
Any of the letters serious.
Who else? Look where the letter come from. Tay Zonday. Tay Zonday from the Ukraine. Guess who else from the Ukraine? I have a question. Guess who else from the Ukraine? Let's get to 200 likes right now, gang. I need 200 likes right now because Tregang told the truth, and I just want to see how many ops in her. We got 5 in 10 minutes. If I don't get 200 likes, that just let me know how much work I got to put in, you know what I'm saying, to the real people that looking for justice, and just to show them like, look, you see how, you know what I'm saying, you got a lot of people that tune in to Kenneka Jenkins case. Tregang been going live, and a lot of people that got bored because they felt like, well, you know, I'm tired of hearing the same shit, and I'm tired of seeing the same shit, but they just don't realize that how much you see the same shit, because they want y'all to feel like that, well, that's old information. That's old evidence. Would you say that if your daughter come up dead and you got information in the beginning of the case and be like, this the lead, we need to go back. And since you having a hard time to struggle with that lead, be like, this lead could mean something and can solve the case, but you got a motherfucker telling you, man, you wasting your time. The information that you questioning me, police already asked me these questions. You wasting your time asking me these questions. But the whole time, evidence is evidence. Evidence is evidence. No matter if I had this shit stored for 30 years. If you committed this crime 30 years ago, and I got evidence of you, even though I've been pointing this evidence to the media for 30 years. So that means that happened 30 years ago. Evidence you got is old. So that means since the evidence old that I convict you on, since it's old, since I can convict you when it was fresh, since it's old now, I still can't convict you on that. That's what the game fucked up, man. You got me fucked up. That's just saying like you done sprung on me in junior high school. And like I don't want to get my lick back. You sprung on me in junior high school. Bitch, it's high school. I done matured now. I'm finna knock your ass out. And you trying to tell me, yeah, that was like 3 years ago. I ain't got no sympathy, bitch. I remember what happened. You see what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. This what they want y'all to believe in the Kenneka Jenkins case. Check this out. I'm finna end this live. And check this out. I'm finna end this live. And I guarantee you, I will go live tomorrow night if I got everybody's attention. Tregang, you the truth. Fuck those trolls. I see you having a hard time, and I see, you know what I'm saying, everything that you say, the public ain't gonna go for that. All because they go to other channels, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the platform they go on, they gonna watch some other shit about the Kenneka Jenkins case. Then they gonna come to you and be like, yeah, well, you don't know what you talking about. You see what I'm saying? That make a big difference, bruh. And shout out to Goddess. Before I get out of here, shout out to Goddess. Because Goddess was the only one that was in the chat when I said y'all ain't watch that footage. Man, y'all ain't peeping game. And Goddess was the only one that said what she said. See what I'm talking about? That let me know. I'm like, man, look, I'm not by myself. I don't give a fuck about these YouTube streets. I'm not the YouTube creating content. I'm not here to make content to get paid because I ain't got no job and all this old shit. I got a job, bro. You see what I'm saying? Bro, I got a job and I hustle. When I come live on y'all, that's my spare time. You know what I'm saying? Convince y'all. Cause don't y'all know when I look into, don't y'all know if I'm hustling on the street, I'm on my phone. And when I'm on my phone, I'm going back to my hard drive like, look, I remember this, I remember that. I'm going to keep this in mind. Boom, 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 boom. Let me, you know what I'm saying, live my own life. And when I get spare time, I'm finna, man, tell everybody about this Kenneka Jenkins case. Watch this. This finna show you proof right here. What I just showed y'all. Y'all see on the screen? You see what she's saying there 1 something in the morning?
This is the one letter that could have been taken serious because they sent receipts with it. They sent their receipts, literal receipts, from where they stayed in the hotel. So, now that this is resurfaced today, we're going to go ahead and play the video.
And to drop this video before I leave for Thailand, and to share with you an email that I got from a witness whose family stayed at the Crown Plaza September 6th through the 9th, 2017. Perhaps shed light or maybe clarify things that we all dug so deeply into the Kenneka Jenkins case. So I will now read the email in case you cannot. Dear Miss Tay, I have been following this case since the start. We are one of the families seen on the video. We did not have any clue that we were on the surveillance nor told. This is why and our part in this. We are at the Crown Plaza, Chicago's September 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, checking out September 9th at 11 a.m. We were supposed to stay September 5th, but we missed our flight. However, the hotel still charged us for the room as we were too late to cancel. So this is why you see that charge on the bill. We were ticked off by that. We had gone to the cafeteria. I realized I left my jacket in there. I went back downstairs to see if it was open. It was not. So I went to the front desk to let them know about my coat. I left and get more room keys. There were a lot of kids hanging around. They looked thug-like. They looked rough, and they did not make me feel comfortable. I went to the front desk to inquire about my jacket and noticed staff had changed their shift. There was security in the lobby in a few areas, as well as some businessmen, but did not think much about it, but saw some rough young adults in the lobby as we walked to the elevator.
The reason that's so important that they keep bringing up these
So you mean to tell
people
me
in this hotel, this is a 5-star hotel.
So you mean to tell me you don't know why the time skipping at 1 something in the morning? This finna go on 1 something in the morning. Hold up. This at 12:56. So you mean to tell me it skipped to 1:20? Yeah. Yeah. So if you, and guess what this at? Look what area this at, bro. Hi y'all. Tregang love y'all. Man, y'all be cool and y'all be safe. I just want to preach the truth. You know what I'm saying? I know I be having a hard time with the Kenneka Jenkins case. Cause look at it. Tregang been going down to 6 years, 7 years, 8, damn near 8 years, going against the people trying to keep it covered up with the lies. I'm the only YouTuber that's out here like, man, wait a minute, bro. Y'all got the game fucked up, and this how the way y'all manipulate the public. I got to put the public on game on this, cause this how Fox News, CNN News, and other viral videos that go viral exposing these devils, these elites, and to cover up the crime, cause they don't want y'all to see the devil working, but they want y'all to see body cams of police shooting black people. They don't want y'all to see black people's out here, you know what I'm saying, talking bad to the police and all. They ain't gonna show y'all how the devil really works. Because if you know how the devil really works, everybody will be on Tregang's side right now and will like, look, y'all released the 36-hour footage and I ain't even believe that shit. They released with 36-hour footage. Because I'm like, why would I watch the footage if you know what I'm saying, if it was already manipulated with? That's what they want y'all mindset to be. And look what y'all mindset need to be if you don't go for that shit. Look. You get time skips. You get the truth. You see when time skips, when the time will cut off and how long they were cutting off. And look, when they were cutting off. Look, they thought they could stop time on the footage. You can stop time on the footage. You can't stop time in real life. Like what Hell of a Chick said. Man, you can edit the timestamp on the footage, but you can't edit the timestamp in real life. Cause guess what? When Mr. Reese shows up in the lobby, it's gonna show you daylight in the lobby, giving you the loser day. And Mr. Reese showed up around about 5, 6 in the morning. It's gonna be daylight. But if you go to the back door around about this time, why the fuck is dark? Why is the fuck is dark? Miss Teresa in the lobby claiming her child missing and it's sunlight, but in the back door, it's dark as a motherfucker. It don't make sense, do it? It makes sense to me. I see why it was dark. This is where the editing come in there. You see what I'm saying? Hi y'all, we need one more light to get to 200, gang. Just one more. Just one more light. I ain't never seen the YouTuber like, we need just one more. Normally YouTube be like, we need 1,000 likes. But fuck it, goddammit. You know what I'm talking about? I know I finna get that 200. I probably already got it now. I already got it. Fuck it. I'm just glad for the 200 people that like and share this live video. I want those same 200 people instantly like my video and live when I go live tomorrow. Cause guess what I'm finna show tomorrow? Watch this. Check this out. You see what's on the footage? You see what's on the footage? They gonna go back to 12:36. Right? I ain't even got to say knock 2 hours off because you already know that. So that means if the camera was off round about this time, don't they go back to 2? Don't they go back to 2 o'clock? So if that go back 2 o'clock, go back to Kenneka phone, 120, let me be a thought in peace. I'm ready to go. And you see why the time will be skipping. You see why the time will be skipping around about that time? Now you know Tregang got a lot of shit to talk about. Look at this shit. The camera finna be y'all 20 minutes. Ain't this finna go back to 1 o'clock? Ain't this finna go back to 1 o'clock? Let me stop it. Ain't this finna go back to 1 o'clock? The same 1 o'clock when you get Irene live video that Living Room wants you to believe this was going on at 1 o'clock. There you go, Goddess. Goddess, you the only one that cutting up in the chat. Cause you remember what Straight Drop said about 130, 150. Hi y'all! And look where everybody will be going at 130, 150. Look what everybody will be going on at 130 and 150 according to the footage. Shout out to Goddess. Watch this. 130, 150, and once you see what was going on at 130 and 150, I'm shutting it down. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to sleep, gang. I'm sleeping. Hold up. Let's see. Let's see what's finna go on between 130 and 150. Hi, y'all. Remind y'all the first noise complaint on the 12th floor? I mean on the 11th floor, on the 11th floor and the 9th floor. Look what you see on the footage. Hi, y'all, security. Hold up, we ain't even at 130 yet, bruh. Damn, 207 likes. Y'all surprised me. I'm like, damn, I was just at 100 and something. Y'all just boost me up. Now I'm hyped. Now you see this shit? Now you see why he would be down on the lower level. Cause guess who gonna be down on the lower level? Need access to come down here. He let him in. Hi, y'all. Look. Boom! What time this finna be? Ain't this finna lead up to one song? Guess what time the manager and them really showed up? Talking about keep the noise level down. At 12 some. At 12 some. Now you see how this footage hitting real different now. That's why I be so mad, because I'm like, damn, let me show this footage and break it down. And when I break it down and show the footage, you got to have a motherfucker in the chat talking about what the purpose of this video and try to make it seem like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm in the area right here. Look what finna go on before me and Teresa called these bitches about check those cameras. Hold up. This the footage. Watch when the time skip. Boo, y'all. Now we at 1 o'clock. He on the microphone. This at 110. Now you finna see how she finna get down in that motherfucker. Matter of fact, I just show y'all what finna happen, right? Watch how the ops finna play dumb game when they come to this shit. Watch how the ops finna play dumb. Hold up. Watch this shit. Living no want you to believe. No, don't believe Tregang. This had one song.
Let me see who you talking to. It don't matter. I'm putting my face on it. Did you put any enforce in it? It's on the weekend's connection. Hello? 926. 26.
These bitches so fucking dumb. You got Kenneka cousin here. They try to stand out of camera view and living north and Irene caught a family member. Guess who this is? Pay y'all. I'm not the truth. Y'all the truth. I'ma tell y'all the truth. Tregang spilling tea. The reason why Tregang spilling tea, cause Tregang told y'all I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a creative contenter. You ain't finna see Tregang reporting weather reports. You ain't finna see Tregang talking about holidays and all this shit on social media. I only talk about the Kenneka Jenkins case, bruh. Now you see why. If I'm from the hood, right? I'm from the hood and I be around gangs all my life. You don't think this hard to pick up this? If you in the gang, this what your female gang supposed to do. Set a bitch up, right? That's how they get rank. See that? That's why Kenneka Jenkins in the conspiracy. Cause you had some motherfucker that's down in this gang shit and gon' hold it down. To a motherfucker expose this shit, bruh. Why you think Mitch Reed talking about I've been down before? I know what was going on. I was down before because whatever they telling me, they was lying to me. Them motherfuckers wasn't lying to you. They wasn't lying to you, Miss Teresa. If they were lying to you, why they say it? It's like a movie. We went down on the lower level. Looking for Kenneka. And they said one song. Look what be going on. Ain't this exposed to Miss Teresa at one song in the morning? Ain't this exposed to Miss Teresa at one song in the morning? But let her tell it. I got to call at 4:34. 4:34. You don't want peas to be snitching on you. Cause check this out. If you really look at the case that the people that helped sell Kenneka Jenkins up, that's why they said what they said in the beginning. And Miss Teresa had to be like, well, look, you know, if it wasn't for Peas and Killer, you know what I'm saying? I never know what happened to my daughter. Thank you, Bree Bree, because you the one that called me at 4:34. See what I'm saying? Look at what Miss Teresa said. Check this out. Miss Teresa fucked up when she said she got the call at 4:34, and once you go to court, and the court proved that, well, you was in cahoots with the hotel at 2-some. We got you at 2-some for sure, Miss Teresa, because you called the staff. If you go to the footage, now you see why she would be in cahoots with the staff. Hi, y'all! I appreciate the likes, y'all. I sure appreciate those likes. Cause cause y'all just don't know y'all don't know how Tregang really be feeling. Cause I'm like, man, I don't want these folks think I'm cloud chasing. Cause that's the thing in the YouTube streets. These people will use that against you. Be like, oh, since he ain't got no content, he got a cloud chase and say these things and all this. But the whole time, I'm just like a nigga just trying to figure out the case. Of course, I'm gonna get some shit wrong. I ain't finna come in this bitch 100 accurate till I find out the T. Once I find out the T, bitch, I'm 100 accurate. Yeah, I'm so fucking accurate right now. Watch this. This at 120. Hold up. Ain't this when Andrew Holmes said she was in the lobby at 120? Just because Andrew Holmes said she was in the lobby at 120 and Miss Teresa agreed to it. Everybody know we don't see no Kenneka at no 320 in no lobby. We don't see that. He said this lady that went in the lobby and we said, let me go back to the elevators and jump down, then went to the lower level. Watch what Tregang finna show you at 120 instead of 320. Boy, this shit hit different. Don't it hit different now? Do this hit different now? Look. Don't this hit different now? This at 120. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let me know. Did you last have contact with your sister at 1-some? Somebody knew she was still alive. Nope. I knew she left her house at 11:30. Look what's on the footage at 1-some. If you can't see what's on the footage at 1-some, if you got any kind of doubt, then let you know you bitches ops. You bitches ops. How the fuck you gonna say, I don't know what's going on? And play dumb. Guess who you finna see on the footage? At 120. Look how it's going down. Watch these, y'all. Look. This at 124. And this is what they say. Yeah, Kenneka came out the elevators at 324. So Kenneka will be getting off on the elevators at 324, right? To collaborate with Andrew Holmes. But look who you see. Look who you see. Hold up. This why Miss Teresa winning. Cause check this out. I didn't even know how much powerful this footage is. Check this out. I can go back to the footage that go all the way back to September the 8th. If I show y'all footage from September the 8th at 8 something on September 8th that's leading up to this, you solved the case. If you ask me, Tregang, what's going on? You ain't been paying attention. Because if you said you been following me for years, you know exactly where I'm coming from, bruh. So look, when it come to the parking ticket, now you see why they had a parking ticket. If I rent a room on the 6th, right? And they just say I rent a room on the 6th, but I want the whole suite for a week. Do I need to refresh my parking ticket every day? Or if I rent a room on the 6th and I got a room for a week and I got to check out on the 13th, what my pocket ticket gonna say? The 6th and the 6th only. Because if I check in that bitch, I only need one pocket ticket. So if that pocket ticket was says on the 6th, if I got a pocket ticket on the 6th, go back to that pocket ticket what room they were vouching on. Oh, that would make sense. If you check in on the room on the 6th and he bought the room for a week and he got to check out on the 13th, that means, goddamn it, shit, he gonna have a pocket ticket for the 6th and the 6th only, not the 9th, 10th, 11th, because the 6th gonna cover up for the whole week that he check in. So when Miss Risa try to play dumb, my daughter want her on the 6th. To me, your daughter want her on the 6th. You bitches check in on the 6th. You bitches had a hotel room on the 6th. That's why you read the pocket ticket in the car on the 6th, because your bitches already had a room on the 6th. Bye, y'all. And I'm out, Jack. I love y'all. Y'all be cool and y'all be safe. And if you want me to speed this process up and going live, because I'm so hyped right now, gang. If you hype me up, I swear to God I go live by midnight. Because I feel like, man, look, the way I'm so hyped, want to just, you know what I'm saying, just spill some fucking tea. I could talk about this shit 8 hours, 12 hours. I ain't finna miss no sleep. You see what I'm saying? Damn, 212 likes. Man, y'all spooking me now, because y'all got the likes up. Y'all got them goddamn lights up, so now I feel like I'm reaching out. I'm reaching out. Tregang the truth. Tregang the beast. Man, these motherfucking bastards. Let me play this video while I talk. These bastards try to make it look like Tregang been telling y'all the same shit. He don't know what happened. Y'all ain't tired of this. But the same information that I got, information don't get old, bro. If you on a murder case, that means if you got a murder weapon and you ain't got no DNA on who the suspect with the murder weapon, and you got the murder suspect telling you, man, you still holding on to that goddamn knife? Oh, that's old shit, bro. Why you keep bringing the knife up? You see what I'm saying? It's still evidence. Pie y'all, love you goddess, cause you the only one that was in that chat, and you the only one that was in the chat, and you hit everything on the nail, and it was surprising to me because I never thought that damn motherfucker will be on my level. And the reason why I think that, cause I said nobody want be on my level when it come to this. But you prove me wrong. You prove me wrong because you was the only one, and I got thousands of followers, and I mean to tell you, I couldn't even get 2 motherfuckers. 2 motherfuckers. Now you see how the odds be winning out here, bruh. You see what I'm saying? Man, you the only one. When I'm like, y'all been following me, y'all remember when I said this, y'all remember when I said that, and you know what I'm saying? You the only one that responded. Nobody else did, and you one army, bro. So guess what? They finna make me look at the whole chat different, cause I don't know who to trust. I gotta cut everybody short. Pay y'all! I'm out, gang.